Hi, this is Geekoffaleash, and here is a video for Fishing Planet. This is a video for anybody that's just starting out, or some people that are probably like level 5 and up a little bit. Just to give you a rough idea of what I did when I started out. So anyone starting out in this game, I know it just got released on Xbox not too long ago, but I was too sick to do a video back then. Or anyone that's just starting to play it. It's a really good game. You just got to watch what you spend your money on. I got caught out a bit just recently with the coins, but that doesn't matter. So here we go. So first of all, you start out at Lone Star Lake. You will start off with a Telefloat 14.9, a mini spin 800 reel, mono 2-pound line, an oval float medium, hook number 8, and some bread. So you'll do your training at the start, and you'll start at about level 2. So after level 2, you go fishing by yourself, and you're going to make about $160 to $200 a day catching your little fish. Now, don't panic; it's all right. I'm just gonna go to the shop here and look at licenses again. All right, and you start off with the basic license. So the basic license, you can only catch, you got to release, spotted bass, red deer, sunfish, and bluegill trophy. There's no restrictions to anything else. Like I said, you're going to make $160 to $200 a day on a basic Texas license. But that's okay. The reason why it's okay is you generally get, at the start, about $2,000 and 2 coins. Now, don't waste your coins all at once. So on what I call day 1, so after your training on day 1, still use your Telefloat mini spin combo, and you will get, like I said, between $160 to $200 a day, and hopefully you'll get to, say, level 3. By the time you sell your fish and stuff like that, with experience and that, you should get to about level 3. So then do another day of that, you'll get about another $160, $200, and hopefully by day 2, if not day 5, you'll be at level 4, and you should have, by the time you get to level 4, you should have about $5,000, because when you get level up, they give you some money. So you got to watch that, and you should have about 6 coins. Now this is at level 4. So once you get to level 4, what I recommend is going into your shop and getting a new rod, reel, line, and lure. Now I'm going to skip to here, so I've got the prices written down, so it's okay. So you're going to start off with about $5,000. What you need to do is buy a Value Spin 6.3 rod. It's the cheapest rod you can buy. You're looking at about $12.50 for it. The reel I recommend is a mini spin 1200. You're looking at about $650 for that. Buy some mono line. It's a 3-pound line. It's mono .007, but it's 3-pound, 300 yard line. It's about $260 for that. And the other thing you should get is the gold casting spoon 1/3 ounce number 1 hook. The length is 1.5 inches. So it's the perfect combo for this. So, and you're looking at about $130. So all up, I think I worked it out. And keep net. There's a level 4 keep net for $640. All up, I think it costs under $1,000. I think there's 1,000. There's another 1,000. Yeah, so you're looking at about $4,000 all up. You should have the money based on the money you've made with the fish that you've caught, and the money that you got from going up a level. It should cost nearly $4,000. So it is a bit of an outlay. And by this stage, you should have 6 coins, not 7, unfortunately. So what I recommend you doing is you go into the shop, go to license, go down to Texas, and I'll buy a 1-day license for $200. Or if you're going to be there for a while and play for a few hours, get a 3-day license at $570. Much better value. You save yourself about $30, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the map. So once you've got all this stuff fitted into here, you can see the gear that I'm running. I'm we've got it all here. So we go into our map, we go to Lone Star, and your license should say advanced, and it'll tell you a time and a date when it finishes. I'm under unlimited because I've used coins to get the unlimited. You only need 7 coins, and I recommend that. Once you get the 7 coins, get it. So what I recommend is come straight down. So that's your starting point there. Come down to the bottom of the jetty. Click on Go Fishing. Now most mornings, it's pretty easy to catch stuff here. So you come out onto the jetty. Now most mornings you'll see a bass jumping out here. So as you can see, I've got the casting spoon 1/3 ounce number 1 on. We're at level 3 retrieve, so we'll change that in a second. So I usually just cast out into the middle. That person's just cast right next to me. Don't worry, you don't get twisted lines. Oh, my line is snagged. So what I recommend doing is just do a stop go across the bottom. So hold it down for a couple of seconds, release. A couple of seconds, release. And it should come up, stop go. And we're on to something. So you want to increase your drag so you're not breaking something if it goes too high. So that's as high as you're going to get for this one. If it's a bigger fish, you'd have to set the drag lower. So we're just going to retrieve this in. Now, if you remember what we were getting, was we're getting about $160 to $200 a day catching the small fish. So now we're going after our bass. Oh, now you lost it there. PC is the same as PS4, which is the same as the Xbox. And here we go. On our first cast, we got a 1.678 pound bass. We just made $129, and if you're putting it into your keep net, level 4 keep net, and I'm going to have to find, I don't have a level 4 keep net on me right now. I've got my big one. I know it's much bigger than the other one. A level 2 keep net is 8 pounds, level 1 is 4.4. I think it's about, is it 12 or 16 pounds, something like that. Let me have a look for you. So here we go, inventory shop, keep net. So keep net you want is the level 4 fish net. Okay, so 15 pound maximum weight. There we go, we'll go back in. So you're looking at about a 15 pound maximum weight. And you're looking at about, we'll go back down here again. Like I said, you're looking at about 100. That was a fairly big bass at 1.6 pounds, and that was about $130. But you can get small ones. So after you've been casting out there for a while, if you have a look in here, do a bit of rod placement in these reeds here, and then in these gaps here. So to get these ones over here, you cast out with your mouse, you right click, bring it up, then left click. Same principle, let it drop, then do a stop, go, retrieve. Now you'll also get grass pickerel, what's the other one, bluegill, what's the other panfish called, I can't remember right now, but there's another panfish as well. So, and I'm not going to catch anything now, am I? Oh, crappie, that's the other one, crappie. Oh. Alright, so we're on. These ones over this side are generally smaller. There we go, spotted bass. 1 pound bass, $81. So, based off the fact that that's just off 1 pound, so you say you're getting $80 per pound, you're going to have, what did I say, a 15-pound bag, so you should end up with about $1,500, 160 XP or $1,000 a day, generally speaking, because you can fit about 12 fish on average. You might get up to about $1,200 per day that you're fishing, but you've got to remember you spent $200 a day on your license. So you take the $200, so you're going to at least get about $1,000 a day and about 160 XP on average here. So this is why I fish here and use the stop go. The other one is you can actually hold your rod up and then do the same thing like a stop go. It's called a, should start saying twitching. Twitching down the bottom. That sometimes works, not all the time. Best time for the bass is in the morning. Once you get past about 9 o'clock in the morning, what you do is you leave and come back. And you've got to remember that your licenses that you buy are for 24 hours of real daytime. So it's not the game time. And we're on again. I would say this is, I was going to say it wasn't very big. It is a bass. Here we go. What have we got here? There you go, 0.9 of a pound, $70. So I'll keep that one. Let's just throw this back out here. Let's grab a couple and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so that was the other truth. So generally the stop and go is the best way to get them, but the twitching method does as well. The other twitching method is you hold your finger on the left button and twitch with the right, but this seems to be the best to get them. And when you get a bit better gear, put on a bit bigger hook, and you can get some 2 and a bit pounders. But when you put on a bigger hook, you kind of want to make sure. So this is probably going to be in that 1.4, 1.5 pound bracket. It seems like it's coming in rather bigger than the other one. So here we go again, another one. What have we got here? 1.4 pound, $111. So we'll keep that and 15 XP. So I showed you how to get into that gap there, and they're actually over there anyway. So stand over this side, whack it in about there. We might get a grass pickerel. The grass pickerel, redfin pickerel aren't as good money as the bass here, and they're generally not as big. So good thing about this lower gear, even when you're a higher level, you still get good experience. So you got to remember that. You gotta have the best gear. If you have like all this really good gear, expensive gear, high level gear, and you come here and you're fishing, you will not get the experience and the money that you get if you're using low level gear. That does affect it. So you're better off to use low level gear. There we go, 1.3 pound, 104. So I'll keep that. So I've caught a couple of fish now and give you a rough idea. 4 fish is warranted $366. And my experience is 9, 20, 34. So 49 experience points in 4 fish and about $366, and I'm only at nearly 5 pounds. So there'd still be another 10 pounds of fish to go. So that is what I recommend doing. And I would do that up to say about, I think it's level 7. So I'm just going to leave and check on that. I would, to be honest, you could do that to level 7 and then go somewhere else. But I actually recommend hanging around there until you're about level 14, and then heading to Emerald Lake. But there is some other spots like Mudwater here. Travel cost is 1,200, and that's what you got to take into effect. You got Narran River at level 10. Rocky Lake at level 5. What was Mudwater? Level 4. So Rocky Lake, Mudwater, and Emerald Lake at level 8. I wouldn't go there at level 8 personally. I would wait until you're at least level 14, and that's going to be a different video. But if you hang around Lone Star Lake where you're not paying for travel costs and you're going to be earning roughly, like I said, $1,000 per fish bag at the start, you're easily going to make up the money and the experience very quickly. If you travel to Mudwater, again, fish bass, and Rocky Lake, what's their thing? Trout. The trout's pretty good over there, but you've got to have better gear than you think. Same with Emerald Lake. But for now, what I recommend doing is for anyone that's starting this game, hang out at Lone Star Lake, get to say a minimum level 12 to level 14, then head to Emerald Lake, and you will be catching walleye out there. And once you start getting a decent amount of walleye out there, you're going to be raking in about 5-6k a day. Minimum 5-6k a day. So, but that's another video. Thank you for watching. Hope this has helped you out if you're low level. Keep at it. It does get better. And as soon as you can afford to buy the full licenses, and if you can afford to buy the proper licenses, especially Texas and New York. So 7 coins for New York, and 7 coins for Texas gets you the advanced Texas license, and then you never have to pay money again. And New York is 80 gold coins. That comes really in handy to have the unlimited on that, especially when you're catching trophy sauger, trophy walleye and stuff like that, and you're really making some big bucks. Very, very handy to have. Alrighty, that is it for now. This is a basic guide to Fishing Planet. This is Geekoffaleash. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. Like, favourite, subscribe, all that sort of jazz. And let me know what you think. Do you have a better way of making money at the lower levels? To me, that seems to be the one. But till now, this is Geekoffaleash, and have a nice day.